Speed for airplane A is 40 miles per hour, faster than that for airplane B. If airplane A can make this trip of 1,500 miles in 2.9 hours, how long would it take airplane B to make the same trip? Okay, they're making the same trip, which tells me the distances are the same. So if I think of it in those terms, the distance for airplane A, and I'll put D sub A for the airplane A, is going to equal the distance for airplane B, because they're making the same trip. Okay, now distance is equal to R times T. So I'm going to replace the D on both sides with R times T. And I'll put a sub A here, and I'll put a sub A here to indicate airplane A. And over here, I'll put a B on both of these to indicate airplane B. Now let's see what they give us. Speed for airplane A is 40 miles per hour faster than that for airplane B. Okay, if airplane A can make a trip of 1,500 miles in 2.9 hours, okay, so that's airplane A can make a trip in 2.9 hours. So that's 2.9 hours. How long would it take airplane B to make the same trip? So we're trying to find this here. This is X. That's what we're trying to find. Well, it says airplane A can make a trip of 1,500 miles in 2.9 hours. So they're giving us the distance here, D. But let's focus on airplane A. If we look at D is equal to R times T, and I won't put the sub A's here, but they just apply to airplane A. They tell us airplane A can make a trip of 1,500 miles, so D is 1,500 in 2.9 hours. So R times 2.9. So to find our rate for airplane A, we can divide both sides by 2.9. And let's see what that gives us. So 1,500 divided by 2.9. So that's going to give us 517, and I'll take it to 5 decimal places. 24138. Okay, so that means for the R here, we're going to have 517.24138. Well, the problem tells us that speed for airplane A is 40 miles per hour faster than that for airplane B. So A is faster. So to find out what this R is, I need to subtract 40 miles per hour. Okay, so let's go over to our calculator, and we'll subtract 40 from that same amount. And again, I'm going to take it to 5 decimal places. So we get 477.24138. Now we know that this in theory should add up to 1,500, but let's go ahead and multiply it together and see. So 517.24138 times 2.9 and we see we get 1,500.5 decimal places, I guess would be zeros. So 1,500 would be what that's equal to. And then this is 477.24138x. Now we're trying to solve for x. We're going to divide both sides by 477.24138. And let's see what that gives us. So we got 1500 divided by 477.24138. And I'm going to take it 2 decimal places. So we got 3.14. This one took 2.9 hours to make the trip. This one would take 3.14 hours. And if I were to plug that back in here and multiply it times this, with the exception of the rounding issues, because I'm taking this to 2 decimal places, 3.14 times 477.24138 should give us really close to 1500, and you see it does. 1498.54, 2 decimal places. Now that's the problem with rounding, though. It isn't exactly 1500, is it? If we'd taken this out to many decimal places, taking this out to many decimal places, we'd see that our answer would still come out a little bit closer. But just for ease of this, then we'll go with this 3.14 as our answer.